Hello everyone, Andrea here. Just a quick video. My bottleswap partner asked if I would do a video showing just some of the elements and things like that I was going to use for a scrapbook that I've been commissioned to do. It's actually going to be a mini album. It's for a 13-year-old boy. So I have to buy a lot of stuff online because all I have is Michael's, Hobby Lobby, and Joann's here, which, you know, they're all reasonably close, 15 minutes away, you know, for each of them, which I shouldn't be complaining. There are a lot of people who don't even have that. But as you all know, it's very hard to get new items and a range of items in those stores, especially when I see all these great videos you guys do and all these neat things you have that you've gotten at scrapbook stores, which I'm used to being able to do. When I lived in Indiana, I had a scrapbook store just right down the road from me. My go-to was always a scrapbook store. So it's been kind of hard living here without scrapbook stores, but good old eBay and you ladies kind of give me some great tips on where I can find some really great deals and where I can find these items. So anyways, enough rambling. So this is the paper choice that I chose for it. Like I said, he's 13 and I kind of wanted to go with the primary colors because he is a boy. But the robot collection by Die Cuts with a View just seems still pretty elementary. And even though it's kind of cute and he plays video games and does Game Boys and all that stuff, I just felt like he would grow out it really quickly and he wouldn't look at it. And if I'm going to take all the time to do it and my family members paying me to do this, I just kind of feel like I want him to be able to look at it again and enjoy it. So this is what I chose, and this is the designer scrapbook pad by We Are Memory Keepers, and it's called MVP. Sorry, my coffee hasn't quite kicked in yet this morning. But I liked it because it still had the primary colors, but it's kind of a grungy look. If you can see, hopefully I can get this in the shot, you can see like the edges look kind of grunged up, inked up, and edged and everything else, which I liked because that will save me some time because I like inking the pages anyways because I don't like being able to see the white, and you can see if you didn't cut it straight and things like that. It saves you from a lot of imperfections. So that's what I chose for the paper. And then in my sidebar I will put the YouTube channel of the person where I got this idea from, because originally I was going to use chipboard for the album, but then I saw this really neat video, and I know it's called a Z-fold album. Like I said, I'll put it in my sidebar. But she used 6x9 goldenrod shipping envelopes. I chose because at my Office Depot we don't have a Staples here, to get the 6.5 by 9.5. because it uses this size and it also uses the coin envelope, which the coin envelope I could only find the 3.5 by 6.5, so I wanted to match up in size. So basically you cut off the end so it creates a pocket, and then you'll do some type of binding, which I got the extra large silver eyelets, which I of course can't buy here, and everybody's buying them for the mini albums right now, so I had a hard time finding them. I actually found only one place that was not sold out of them right now, and I got it in like the cool metal, and I figure I could always antique it with some stays on or something like that. So anyways, so then that creates a pocket and a flap, and so then you take off the metal piece. She kind of cut hers out. I was able to actually kind of pull out the little brad here, and then you cut off a little bit of the gummy part on the envelope, and then use some sticky strip or your ATG gun. The boy that I'm doing this for, he has lots of awards and things, mentions from the church bulletin and things like that. I don't know anything about the journaling, and you know, I don't know, the person who asked me to do this isn't blood related, and I didn't think that they would have all the details to put on the scrapbook. I could use like this part could be a journaling spot, and then his like awards, I'm gonna scan them and put everything in black and white, including the pictures. That way I don't have to worry about it having a bad contrast with the paper. And then I figure I would make those into pull-out tags for the coin envelope part. And then just put pictures on there and stuff like that, and then have like these flaps, you know, they could have a journaling spot and then all kinds of stuff like that. So anyways, on to the embellishments, because I'm kind of getting time away from me here. Grunge board, that's the Obscure. So I thought I'd take pieces of that off of there. I got a couple of those. Also on clearance, I got these Prima flowers. They're kind of pointy like poinsettias, but they have like crushed velvet on them. So I thought it wasn't too boyish, and I could always put that behind a photo so it didn't look necessarily like there was flowers on there. And then now Michaels has these new Memory Makers metal charms in their dollar section. It says Memories and Dream. And the whole point is for it to look aged, and I'm using the aged silver look. And then, let's see, we got some stamps here that say Sports, Got Game, All-Star, Team Victories, because he does have quite a few sports pictures in there. And then this one says Defining Moments, Tough Guy, Carefree and Fun, Getting into Trouble, and has a little tie on there. And then here's some more charms that say Achieve, Imagine, and Believe. And then I got some Madame Delphine charms, a little key and some tags and stuff like that. And then here's another Madame Delphine. It's a clock, but it was in gold, and seeing sense, I mean, there is some golden colors in the paper, but that's not the way I wanted to go. So I took some stays on and rubbed that on there and kind of blacked it out so you couldn't see all the gold. It's kind of hard to see in the picture. And then I got a bunch of these Bad Apple charms, say Fearless, Confident, Unrestricted, Powerful, and Not Afraid. Since I couldn't use a lot of flowers and ribbons and glittery stuff, which I'm very used to because I have girls, and this is the first boy album I've ever made, I figured I'd use these charms here and there through the pages. I also thought that I would use them on the top of the tags for the pull-out tags, the pocket, and this will be the pull on it. What else do I have? These say Spunky, Rebel, Courageous, Sassy, and Brave. And then here's just some gears. And this one says Back Off, Strong, Are You Kidding, Smart, and Bold. And then I found some clearance Jolie Swarovski's crystals with stars. I figure since it's sportsy. And then I'm not sure about these tags yet, but I picked them up because they were on clearance. That's from the Handmade Collection by K & Company. They're the alphabet and numbers. I figure I could always ink them up so that way it kind of blends in, or glimmer mist them. Like I said, I'm not sure yet, so maybe I might just use one of the initials for the next thing I'm going to talk to you about for the front. And then I picked up these dollar, I don't know what they are, like plastic age-looking frames, and I thought that this could be put up front, and I could put, like I said, either take a tear tag and put his initial in here, insert that in there, or something saying what his name was and the years, or just a picture. And then to put all my charms on, Yoli Bean had a great tip that she got from somebody else on YouTube of using the barrel swivels with interlock snaps. I found these at Walmart for like $1 something, and there's like 12 of them in here. Instead of finding all the Tim Holtz swivel clasps, because those are kind of hard to find, and since I was going, it's kind of a silvery black kind of look, I couldn't find any anyways because they don't sell them here. So I went with this, and this is how I might attach some charms to the front, since I can't really use a whole lot of ribbons and flowers. I've got them in 2 different sizes. And then I have these Me and My Mind's Eye Distress Effect rub-ons. I'm also going to have a section in the back of the book where I scanned in all the pictures and awards and things like that, and that way they have a copy of it on disc. And I think that's pretty much it. Well, I hope everybody has a great day and enjoys the video, and stay crafty. Thanks.